Yo, what's up, Americans?
Peeps? Yep.
Today we are reacting to 5 reasons you shouldn't mess with the USA.
Hey, you want them Glock, bro?
Yeah, boom, boom. What? I mean, it's just like the UK slang. You know, skitty pop pop.
Yeah.
And a group. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna be showing them. I think I've seen this video. I'm not sure.
I haven't. I don't think so.
Okay.
And without further ado, let's just get right into the video,
Let's
mate.
see why you shouldn't mess with the USA.
What did I press?
I'm guessing they are going to be talking about the military.
90s left the United States. The collapse of the Soviet Union in the early 90s left the United States as the sole superpower in the world, and it's never looked back. In all aspects of the world, the United States is indeed a superpower, especially when it comes to its military might, which is unsurpassable in its strength, technological
But wait,
superiority.
do you think USA is the most powerful country when it comes to, like military?
I mean,
Not
they have to
about
be.
financial.
They have to be, man. I feel like they have to be. Or, looking at the amount of nuclear this
Maybe
people have.
largest
Russia.
military.
The largest military base here.
Yeah.
I thought that
Yeah.
was China or India,
But-
you know, with the population of their people.
It's supposed to. Okay, you're talking about like just military wise.
I mean, like everything in general.
Well, if
the
you're talking
equipment.
about strength,
Yeah.
it's probably Russia.
Yeah, with the nuclear weapon. I don't know. Let's see why.
Operational capabilities, and power projection across the globe. In this video, we'll take a look at the 5 top reasons why you wouldn't want to go against the US military establishment. The United States Air Force is the strongest in the world,
Oh,
not only in the number of operational aircraft, but also in technological superiority. The country currently operates a total of over 15,000 military aircraft, combining all the branches of the military service, including the US Navy, US Army, Coast Guard, and the US Marines. As of 2017, the US Air Force alone has a fleet of over 5,300 aircraft, 406
I don't know, I
intercon.
don't know if you would realize how much it is until it's compared to like the
So
second
another
most-
country.
Yeah. Until it's compared to another country. So that's why I'm not like really
wow. Yeah.
yeah. I don't know though. Guys, is 5,300 like a
300,
lot or
What idea?
Continental ballistic missiles
ballistic
and
missiles.
170 military satellites, greater than any other country in the world. The USA has the largest number of stealth aircraft designed to be
Oh no,
silent.
it has more satellites. But is
You
it
know,
military satellites?
Nah,
no,
that was just trying to crack a joke.
Killers and untrackable by the radar defense systems of most countries in the world. Some of these stealth aircraft include air superiority fighters, such as the F-22 Raptor and the F-35 Joint
Wow, I
Strike
don't know what that
Fighter,
means, but
heavy
wow.
bombers, such as the B-2 Spirit. In fact, the United
Wait,
States
who
pioneered
named all these things though?
I had a B2 spirits. I don't know. It disappears in the air. Like you can't trace it.
How do you it's like it's tiny or something like
I
it's
don't
very
know,
very
man.
small compared to like others, but like the most dangerous.
this technology in the 1980s with the introduction of the F-117 Nighthawk stealth attack aircraft. Stealth aircraft are designed to avoid detection using a variety of technologies that reduce radar reflection from ground, sea, or air-based radar antennas, thereby reducing its radar
believe you
cross-section,
about
or RCS. This revolutionary technology allows a 5th-generation aircraft, such as the F-22 Raptor, with a max takeoff weight of 83,500 pounds, to have a radar cross-section of just 0.0001 meters squared, about the size of a bumblebee.
What?
Well, how?
more in
No, 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 no,
zero.
no. How does this make any sense? Yeah.
How can something this big
Yeah.
have the size of detection size of a bumblebee?
Bro.
What the fuck?
1 meter squared, about the size of a bumblebee. What's more insane is that the massive B-2 bomber also has the same radar cross-section as the F-22 Raptor. Thus,
this
it
guy is
becomes
selfish.
extremely difficult to track stealth aircraft. Even if the enemy spots them on their radar scopes, it's a whole other story to successfully track them and register a missile kill. The whole idea behind this technology is to break the chain in which a conventional surface-to-air missile defense system works. It's the same reason countries like China and Russia are also hard at developing their own stealth fighter, the Chengdu J-20, and the Sukhoi Su-57,
Oi.
respectively. These aircraft will allow the US Air Force to assert its air superiority over any battlefield of the future. And we all know that control of these skies is the biggest decider in any war. The next reason why any country going to war with the US military should think twice is because of the strength of the US Navy and
Yeah,
its
actually,
dominance
the US
I
Navy
think it
is
is.
crazy
Yeah.
though. It's crazy good.
over the world's ocean, especially the Navy's supercarriers.
Bro, look at
The
this
US
thing like
Navy currently
It's like a fucking city.
city.
especially the Navy's
So
supercarriers.
they have McDonald's there.
The US Navy currently operates 11 nuclear-powered
11?
Nimitz-class supercarriers, which is the largest
Like,
aircraft
airport
carrier
on-
fleet in
bigger
the
than
world.
Nigeria.
The only navy that can come close in terms of technological advancement is probably the Royal Navy of the United Kingdom, but they
Wow.
only have 2 operational carriers.
Oh my god, UK that is second to it has 2.
2 and UK and US
US
has
has
11.
11. Bro, this nigga.
The Nimitz class of carriers has a displacement of over 100,000 tons and can carry a complement of up to 70 aircraft. They're literally a floating small town in the ocean with its own airport.
As you can see,
The Nimitz class carriers in themselves are extremely
When it was.
Yeah, that
UK,
time, sure,
but-
yeah,
Ah,
that time
then-
when they were taking over the world,
Yeah.
they had a lot.
I think this. Wait, I don't know. I thought it was China though, like the second strongest when it comes to. You know, the time we're doing this comparison and like, was it China or?
I mean, we never looked at UK. We never.
Oh
compared
yeah,
with-
we never looked at UK. That's true.
When is this information from?
When?
Or
Yeah.
we-
When?
August
2020.
2020, 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Not much has changed, I guess.
Yeah.
potent offensive weapons, but the way they operate in what is called the carrier strike groups makes these ships even more deadly. A carrier seldom deploys alone. There are always a fleet of surface and underwater assets surrounding them and forming a strike group.
But I don't know so much about these things here, guys. Like, they are so big, right? I feel like if there's a war, it's easy to target, to like blow them up or
Recognize
something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's
I mean,
so
maybe
big, like,
on that thing, yeah. Maybe they would have like a counter
to like shoot
to
down
like
the
yeah to
missile.
like stop the
Probably.
yeah.
Because
I
they
don't
jam a
Like,
lot of,
shoots the missile back.
or
yeah,
like to jam
to,
the
like-
signal of the stuff. You know, everything is
yeah,
taken
like
away.
hack it.
To hack it and it's
You know, I think it was Israel that were like hacking those missiles.
Those guys are
Yeah.
fucking beasts. Man, come.
These include guided missile cruisers, a destroyer squadron, attack submarines, and other support vessels. Together, they project the power of the carrier and at the center of the group forward
What's
towards
the
the
science behind that submarine stuff?
Like
That is
water
underwater.
goes down, Abi. That
floats
something that
underwater.
big goes down underwater, and like the water doesn't enter it.
Like how?
Science,
It's
man.
enclosed.
Feels like
Yeah, but like how does it stay under the water?
so that's why
You
water
can-
doesn't get in. Crazy, man. Crazy, man. Fuck.
enemy. While the carrier is carrying out its offensive role with the use of its air wing, the other ships are responsible to protect its flanks against any enemy attack. This
What?
Say when you throw a stone inside water, it stays inside the water.
No, like what I was asking is that, like you know, like a submarine, it can literally stay under,
On-
like
on-
anywhere on the surface of the water. It can literally,
And
it can
still go down
float and it can go under. It can go as deep
as it wants.
as it wants. It can
To
as
be out
shallow
of
as it
someone's
wants.
radar. It's crazy, man. It's something that people will
combination of offensive
like that on the field. They will
They
understand.
would understand, yeah. And those that ride it.
and defensive strategy makes the US carrier strike group almost
Bro, so
impenetrable.
many planes are on
The
this ship.
United States Navy maintains 9 such carrier strike groups, 8 of which are based in the United States and one that's forward deployed to Japan. For over 50
why?
years, this has been the principal element of US power protection, and the Nimitz class of supercarriers are at the center of it all. Despite this, the US is currently in the process of
I still kind of feel this things can be brought down easily. No, not
Easily?
Not easily, but they can be brought down.
Of course, not
Yeah,
everything.
Having a
nothing
level
is
doesn't really.
Titanic song, so
Anything can go down. in this world. But it's
developing a
not-
new class of carriers
11.
called the Gerald R. Ford class,
Because
intended
as you're
to
like striking, you have to focus on your defense as well.
Yeah.
So it's not easy to.
replace the Nimitz class ships. This new supercarrier will be even more technologically advanced and is expected to continue US dominance of the oceans well.
Planes. You know now, you don't have to use attack them from land, from the sky.
They will send
no,
planes too as well.
you think they're just gonna allow the planes?
I know, but
planes
it,
like
it
approach.
should be harder now for them to actually hit them.
They have
Like
planes
then
too,
see-
man.
Yeah, they will have the planes too.
You know, it's gonna be like a lot
they'll
of
have
casualty.
planes
Everything is
inside.
just. These are planes.
These are the planes. Like if
On
the enemies are bringing the planes, like they
They're
can
probably
send
just
as well.
gonna like take the missile and parachute out or
Just
something
drop bombs.
Just
I mean, where they will have to like protect the most is definitely the base.
on the base. Yeah.
So it's gonna
This
be
is
like,
gonna be able to take a lot of all these little missiles.
yeah.
Not just like all these missiles from fighter jets. No, like.
Well into the late 21st century.
But
The
guys, you don't
third
know a
reason
lot
why you
about
shouldn't
it.
fight the US military is their massive stockpile of nuclear and conventional intercontinental ballistic
what was
missiles,
this
or
about?
ICBMs.
behind the
The
calculation?
ICBM plays the role of
They're
the
not
land
questions, I
leg
swear.
in the US nuclear triad, along with the Trident submarine-launched ballistic missile, SLBM, and nuclear warheads carried on long-range strategic bombers. ICBMs are launched from ground-based missile silos, achieving high suborbital spaceflight, approximately 1,000 miles above the surface of the Earth. The body of the missile then separates from the warhead, which re-enters the atmosphere and free falls to the assigned target at hypersonic speeds. The US military currently operates 400 ICBMs from its base in Wyoming, Montana,
You don't know what that
and
means
North
for phones
Dakota.
and
The LGM-30G Minuteman III is the only type of ICBM that is currently operational in the US. The Minuteman III family of ICBMs were first developed in the 1960s as a response to the Soviet
even
nuclear
thought
threat.
about
this? I
Throughout the
was
Cold
about to say
War and
this.
beyond, these missiles have undergone
Who thought-
constant
Yeah, it's a very good idea. Let's secret nuclear warheads that can destroy a whole country. Like 5 of it.
modernization.
Why?
In the last decade alone, the US military has undertaken $7 billion worth of upgrades. The rocket propulsion engines,
Why?
the propellants used, the guidance system, and even the flight control surfaces have all been refurbished.
Why are they paying
The
for
upgraded missiles are completely
Because the
different
government-
from
wait,
its
wait, wait,
1960s.
Let me ask. It might be a stupid question to those that know like a lot about this, but
Yeah.
who
they
are the
paying
government paying the money to if it's for the government?
for the government? Maybe they are paying the workers, the people that develop it.
7 billion.
I mean, it's not going to be one person. It's going to be a lot of people, a lot of geniuses. You know,
I
people
mean,
that
those-
do the feed work, people that bring the ideas, everything.
Well.
It's a big sect, I guess.
Okay.
60s
I
counterparts,
feel like they buy
except
from
for the
companies.
shell. These state-of-the-art improvements and modernization programs have kept the Minuteman III system operational for over 50 years with improved
thought this was
reliability
just
that supports the missile's remarkable 99%
I'm sorry,
alert.
sorry. If they launch this thing, where's the test site? Where are they launching it to? Mars or something?
The latest versions of the missiles
They
have
are
a range of
just
over
randomly
8,000
blown up
miles, which is greater than the diameter of the Earth at 7,917.5 miles. They can carry multiple
Is that a-
330 kiloton nuclear warheads,
I don't know what
which is
kiloton
20
is,
times
crazy.
greater than the bombs dropped
Wait,
on
kiloton.
Hiroshima.
You know, say, do you know ton is like 1,000 of kilogram?
Yeah.
So kiloton is probably 1,000 of
So that's 1 million of
kilogram.
Pound.
Yeah. Of kilograms.
pound.
Pounds?
Ton is pound. Like kg to.
No, no,
What?
it's,
No, don't direct.
it's yeah, kg ton,
Yeah.
kiloton. Right?
And
Hiroshima.
Nagasaki. Not only that, each of these warheads can be assigned to different targets independently. The technology is called Multiple Independently Targetable Re-Entry Vehicle, or MIRV, and was first developed for the Minuteman III family of missiles. So any country messing with the United States will have to deal with this awesome arsenal of firepower, which can be launched at a moment's notice. If it weren't the ICBMs or the stealth fighters raining fire down on you, it would be precision-guided munitions, or better known as smart bombs, or PGMs instead. This is another big reason why not messing with the US military is a good idea. All branches of the US military use smart bombs in some forms or the other. These weapon systems are designed to be precise and hit a specific target with maximum efficiency. These bombs are so effective that during the First Gulf War, PGMs comprised only 9% of weapons fired, but accounted for 75% of all successful hits.
That's animation.
Since then, for the US military at least, the days of normal artillery shells and
So this people
unguided
just create
bombs
one big empty site just to be testing bomb.
Testing everything.
Ah.
are long gone. Nowadays,
I don't know
the
the
military
word
uses
that-
PGMs
what
from
about
air, ground, and sea.
From sea.
Precision-guided munitions come in various
There's one target from C2.
But I think it's animation.
ground, and and sea.
I think that's what they said.
Precision-guided munitions come in various forms and use different kinds of
That's what they said the planets will probably blow in Third World War or something.
I swear.
Yeah.
Because there'll be
Facts.
like
That'll be the end of.
explosives.
that'll be the
Because
end
I
of
don't think
our
soldiers
time.
will
So many
literally be shooting or
countries.
anything.
No one has time for that anymore. Just
No one has time to be shooting. Just
It's
bomb
just
everything.
counting casualties.
This place bomb.
Imagine how many casualties was in World War II
I swear.
when we were counting everybody.
Millions.
That was mainly gone.
Huh?
Mainly. That was mainly
Yeah, all
gone.
these just guns. Yeah. Imagine. Oh God, we will die, man.
Let's not even
technologies to achieve precise hits. A large majority of PGMs use the Global Positioning System, or GPS, of satellites to guide their trajectory to target. However, sometimes this becomes a problem, as GPS coverage is not always reliably available everywhere across the globe, or bad weather conditions can hinder operations. Thus, the Office of Naval Research, the Naval Surface Warfare Center, and the Army Research Laboratory have all coordinated to develop the first ever artillery-fired smart munition that will not use GPS guidance. The project is known as Moving Target Artillery Round, or MTAR for short. The MTAR shell can be guided onto stationary as well as moving targets in both land and sea, using a combination of guidance technology. The
Guidance
best part
technology.
is that these shells
Okay,
can
so
be
it's like
fired
manually
from the
controlled.
existing M777A2
This guy should have airplanes or something.
55mm towed howitzer
It looks like,
and the M109A7 powered-in integrated mountain self-propelled 155mm artillery systems
guns.
already in
Even
use
guns
by the
alone
US
makes-
military.
Yeah.
The shells will also feature an extended range of 40
Point.
to 60 miles
Oh.
using rocket boosters to propel them. Once finished, it will afford the US military another potent weapon system that
That's
outclasses
awesome.
others around the world. Lastly, the fifth and final reason why you shouldn't fight the US military
it's not this
is
drone that we-
drones.
Yeah.
We're all familiar with what an unmanned aerial vehicle or drone is and what it's supposed to do. But in recent years, the usability of UAVs are steadily increasing
plane.
to encompass all spheres of military operations, and the US military is the pioneering spirit behind it. At first, used only for surveillance missions, drones were quickly weaponized after the 9/11 attacks and have been extensively used by the US military in the war against terror as an offensive weapon platform. It's forecasted that over the next decades, the US is in line to purchase over 1,000 combat drones
Purchase from
of
what?
various
From where?
classifications. Some of them, like the Lockheed Martin RQ-170 Sentinel
Sentinel.
and the Boeing MQ-25 Stingray, are already in the final stages
they
of development,
producing this
and once
stuff?
finished,
Exactly.
provide the
You
US
can't let that
military with
country just
state-of-the-art
buy it.
platforms capable of multi-role operations, ranging from attack
money,
missions to aerial refueling. Drone
you want
technology
to
has
spend
reached such
money
heights
on
today
something.
that a single UAV can loiter miles above the surface of the Earth for hours, waiting for the target to show its head and sticking with impunity. This capability will allow all the services under the US military to reduce its dependency on manned platforms, thereby reducing the risks during future combat operations. These 5 weapon systems make the US military extremely dangerous for any adversary looking
How
to
did
get
they
into a
not even
conflict with them.
mention their physical, like the man power?
Yeah.
In a conventional warfare setting, it's almost
I mean, if you're talking
impossible
about
to
manpower,
beat
I
the US
think
military machine.
Pakistan or something.
That's why modern enemies of the
Yeah.
United States are employing more and more asymmetric warfare strategies against the mighty US military. Despite that, the US military juggernaut is hands down the most powerful military complex in the world
Well, so
today,
something
and probably will today, folks. Thanks for sticking around till the end.
Yeah,
If you
okay.
like the video and want to stay up to date on cool military stuff like this,
Yeah. We've learned a lot, guys. 5 reasons you shouldn't mess with the USA, and yes, we'll see you next time, guys. Peace.